Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Carson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Now Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They run. It's Gurley. 11 yards there. 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Dietrich Wise there on the stop.
For Pete Carroll, by the way, his ties to the Patriots go deeper than that heartbreaking loss in Super Bowl 49. He was actually the Patriots head coach for 3 years. Some people forget that, 97, 98, and 99. And he had some degree of success as they went 27-21 in those 3 seasons. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, John.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And some room to work. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Taken down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On first down, it's Newton. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here. And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On first and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. After one, our score 9-6. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Wilson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. First down, a run with Cohen. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 8. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Now Bell. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a 2nd fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
Check 3. Alert. Hey.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, It makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Newton. Smith catches left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Newton on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Play action. It's Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Off play action. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Over the middle to Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Complete.
Demir Bird, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Carson. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 36.
They run it with Carson. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 26 yards on the play there. And it'll move the chains.
10-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
27-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Patriots.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
20. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Throwing again is Newton. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
On first down, Newton. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
New England.
Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away,
and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Wilson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 18-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Kyle Van Noy in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot to
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Newton. That is caught by Cohen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Down, New England.
ready. Get ready. Gun.
Now Newton on 1st down. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here we go.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Newton throwing again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Second and 10, Newton again. And that is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. the shotgun. It's Bell. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely to start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure, because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want it.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score Patriots 31, Seahawks 12.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. A spin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Newton throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Newton on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Under 10. 10.
To throw again. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
7 yards, the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Oh, boy, this isn't what you want to see. That's Todd Gurley, folks. Down on the field still. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, Carson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leaves leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Seahawks 27.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
By the wide receiver.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout
4 yards
as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At the Seahawks 45-yard line.
Ready? McGinty. 54. Ready? Gun. 54. Right there. 54.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 22-yard line. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.